Hi, my name is Steve from Escape Trailers. I'm the Director of Supply Chain and After Sales Support. And with me today are Stu and Megan from Revolution Trailers out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So today we are announcing a new service partnership. They're going to be taking care of a lot of our warranty work, plus they will also have some trailer sales there as well. So we just wanted to meet them today and introduce them to all of you and ask them some questions that I know I personally would love to have answers for, and I'm sure you would as well. So I brought notes because I'm not great with my memory, so forgive me as I go off of these. So for both of you, or whoever wants to answer, can you tell us a bit about your company and its history in the RV service industry?
It's a good story. I'm going to let you take this one.
Fair enough. Well, it all started, my wife was actually the one who came up with the idea.
I'm not the wife.
No, and she's not the wife. We are married, but not to each other.
Right.
That's what we always say. Yeah, I was in the house renovation business for years, and a couple other things. And I had recently brought Megan on to work with me to do some projects. And one day, my wife and I were just sitting on our deck at home, and I think I was moaning about something in the renovation business. And she just turned to me and says, "Why don't you just renovate travel trailers?" Right out of the blue like that. And I sent a message, and what did the message say?
Actually, I think you came to the job site we were on the next day and said, "Hey, I have this idea." And since then, he's come up with that, "Hey, I have an idea," a million times. And he said, "What if we renovate travel trailers instead of houses?" And I didn't actually know the term travel trailer at the time, but I was kind of like, I don't care what we do. Just tell me where to show up and pay me, and I'm there. I don't care. So that's kind of how it started.
Yeah. And one of our first things we talked about for about 2 minutes was, it can't be much different than doing a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's much different than doing a house.
We say that it's exactly like renovating a house, but nothing like renovating a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And so that's
These
where
things are constantly moving down the road.
Yeah, they're such a different beast. But that's where it started, and it really started with Megan and I. The idea originally was, we're going to do one or two at a time, custom renovations, and see where it went from there. And then very quickly we found that, it went from here to here to here. We moved 3 times in 18 months, just because we didn't even know how much space we're going to need, how many people, really nothing, because again, it was so different from what we did. And now here we are today with, 10,000 square feet of shop space, 5 acres of land, 5 employees, and doing pretty much everything RV top to bottom, and building custom ones as well.
Awesome. Excellent. What would you say sets your service team apart from others in the industry?
Well, we like to think that we're not part of the RV industry, but we're because of the RV industry. So we've all seen some of the different quality issues and things that come out of the more mass-produced RVs out there. We like to make things leave our shop better than when they left the factory in the first place. So one of the main things that, one of the biggest things with RVs is water intrusion and leaks and things like that. So when we send something out after repair, we like to take it to the next level so that we're not starting back at, ground zero, but taking it to a place where hopefully we're not going to see those customers coming back for those same reasons.
Excellent. How do you approach customer care to make sure every RV owner feels satisfied?
Well, I've been asked this before. One of the questions is, what's your warranty? And we've never really established a policy. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but we tell customers, we're here, we're not going anywhere. Give us a call. We're not going to run away. If we can help you, we will. And to say, we've gone, over and above many times, because that's just the way I've operated, in the 30 plus years I've been self-employed, owning my own companies. I don't want anybody to walk away mad. Sometimes it costs you a bit of money, but in the long run, you got to feel better about treating people well, because you know what? We're all customers at some point somewhere, and that's how we want to be treated, right? So it's really a simple philosophy, and that's really what it is.
And that, I think, dovetails perfectly into our philosophy at Escape, because, we often say that when you buy an Escape trailer, that is the beginning of your journey with Escape. We want, This is a long journey for both of us, and we're always going to be there for you. Yeah, so that is perfect. Thank you. What types of repairs, maintenance, or upgrades are you best known for?
Well, I think kind of like Escape, our main goal with the end user is to give them a trailer the trailer that they want and the trailer that suits their purposes. So we spend a lot of time before we start a renovation with each client. We get to know them, we get to understand how they're going to use the trailer, where they're going to use the trailer, so that they're not paying for things that they're never going to use. If they don't want an oven in it, that space can be used for something else. So making sure that it functions exactly how they want it and need it to function is really important for us.
We've had design periods with people that have taken over a year just to get to the starting point of building the trailer out, because they're, some of them have been pretty extensive. And again, that's, some of them, it's been their home on wheels. So it's got to be exactly what they want. And that's what we do.
Great. What's a common service challenge that RV owners face, and how do you help solve it?
Well, you just said it, Meg. Water. Water is the number one thing that we see.
I'm going to interrupt
okay,
for a
sure.
second. The other thing is often when people go to a dealership to buy a trailer, they don't get any education on what they need to do as the trailer owner going forward down the road. So we get people come in that has some water damage and we say, oh, you need to check these seals and you need to look at these things every year. And they said, well, they never told us that at the dealership. So educating people as well on preventative maintenance and the things to look for before it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of those lead exactly to
And it's
the
usually water.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. What excites you about partnering with Escape Trailer?
Well, I'll take half of it if you want. And I mean, for me, it's very symbiotic. We do two things the same, or one thing the same that nobody else does, and that's customization. That's our big thing, is customizing these RVs the way people want to see them. And Escape Trailer is the only other RV trailer builder manufacturer that does it. And that excites us because, again, we always say that to people, you've got your trailer and you can throw it away and go buy a new one. And you can love that trailer as much as you want. Just look next door and that one's going to be exactly the same. And that one's going to be exactly the same. And, so that's the custom part for us. And the fact that you folks do the same thing, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
And then the quality.
The quality, I was going to say the attention to detail. And we had the benefit of walking through the factory and getting to see things from start to finish and the steps taken to make sure that the end user is going to get the absolute best product is something that
So
we're really
that
excited
fits
about.
exactly with our philosophy
Yeah.
of, giving the people what they want, a quality end product.
Excellent. How do you see this partnership benefiting RV owners and potential customers in your area?
I think having another option, not the run of the mill, something higher end. We have some of the harshest climates, some of the harshest road conditions, and the typically manufactured trailers aren't designed for our climate. Being made in Canada, you have a better grasp on Canadian climate and Canadian conditions, and the things needed to make sure that these are going to be on the road in 10, 15, 20 years, given our unique challenges with that.
If an Escape owner comes to you for the first time, what can they expect from the experience?
Well, we've had one. We've had our very first clients reached out a couple of weeks or a week ago. And so the very first thing was, they were, our schedule is challenging. It's the same hours that you're open. I said, well, let's come on in on a Saturday. And they said, you'll do that? And I said, absolutely. And that's one thing that I do. I'm usually in, but I will always do that for clients. And so they showed up on the Saturday and it was pouring rain. That was last Saturday, the day we were having our staff party and everything. And so, yeah, they came in, we got them sorted, got the unit in for the service. And they were really happy. The wife, that was the thing she said, she was, I'm really impressed and happy that you were able to accommodate us. And, for me, it's a small thing. I mean, I come in for a couple hours. Again, we want to treat, escape trailer clients, our clients, the same as we treat Revolution trailer clients, right? They're all very important. Each one's important, and we'll do, as much as we possibly can to make the experience as good as it can be for them and for us and for you folks.
And when we're excited about something, when we truly believe in something, you can't get us to stop. So
Yeah, we're in.
Great.
Absolutely.
That's
we'll
awesome.
be-
The clients that came in during your staff party, did they walk away with a hot dog?
They came in before.
Yeah, they came in early in the morning. Well, it was still pouring rain. The staff party was later, and they were, no, they were very happy though. They were very happy.
Great.
Yeah.
What do you love most about helping RV owners stay on the road?
Well, this goes right back to our core philosophy is that, there's a number of reasons. First and foremost is these things are expensive, no matter what manufacturer they're coming from. You're putting out a lot of discretionary income, and aside from the ones we're sitting next to, the other ones are not designed to last. And I can say that boldly because we've seen it. And so the amount of money you're spending, you should be able to get a decent lifetime out of that unit. So for us, that's important, is extending the life, giving people options rather than just running out and getting another same trailer, extending the life of it, and also customizing it in the same token. And then Megan, one of the, pillars that she brings to the company, our company, is the environmental piece. We don't want them in the landfill.
No. And even if they've been deemed to be not usable as a camping trailer anymore, there's still so much value in it that can stay out of the landfills. We can strip it down for parts. We can recycle parts. Where our shop is located, we're sort of in the
Wrecker alley.
auto wrecker alley.
Yeah.
And we see them stacked 3 and 4 high out in these, these compounds that are never going to get used. They're just going to sit there for the rest of time. So at the very least, there's chassis, there's windows, there's fabrics that can be recycled, there's wiring that can be recycled if it's not usable. So any possible part that we can keep from going in that landfill, that's, for me at least, that's a big,
that's a big piece for us, right? So.
One of the things that we find frequently with our escape customers is that we do have people who are passing their escapes down to their kids, right?
Yeah.
And that for us, that's a really good feeling to know that these things have that kind of lifespan.
Absolutely. And that impresses us as well, again, because of what we deal with now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you'd like escape owners to know about your team or your shop?
I always say we kissed a lot of frogs to get to the princes. We've got a really, really good team of people. We're 5 full-time and a part-time student. But it's a really good team. It's the first time I think that we've all really meshed. It's a culture in our shop. It's a small team, but it's a strong team. Everybody is where they need to be. Everybody sort of has their strong point, and there's not a lot of overlap. Everybody has their place where they shine, and they each are integral to that. I think each brings something unique.
And, and both Megan and I come from, service type, renovations and different things so we've served customers, and everybody in our team is empowered to make decisions as well. And we're in the floor under the trailers getting dirty and all the rest. We're not sitting up in some office. So we're involved in every aspect of every job. And so when people come to us, they're talking to the guy who, it's the same guy who's writing the check as the guy underneath there sometimes. And, Megan is in an office as well, but she's just as much under trailers doing wheel bearings and whatever. So we're all involved in all aspects, which gives us a good pride and ownership. We're all vested in this thing. And then we care about the people because we remember everybody who comes through our shop, and we try and treat everybody as fairly as we can and give everybody a nice, comfortable feeling. We always have people leaving there with smiles. Oh, you guys are so fun. And things like that.
That, and everybody that works for us has been a business owner. So we all know the challenges that come along with not just being an employee, but somebody who's had to make those decisions and write those checks and things like that. So I think there's a lot of, they're conscious of a lot of things because they've been in that position before as well.
And sorry if I could say one further to
Say
that
whatever
end.
you want.
You know, there's 5 of us in the company, right? The 2 people that run the office side of it are sitting here. So that's how much faith we have in the 3 people back there to take care of it. They're greeting the customers at the door. They're answering the phone. They're taking the messages. They're doing all the things that we would do short of computers. And we're comfortable being here, you know, with them back there looking after the house. So
Yeah.
that means a lot.
We left the kids at
I
home.
can tell you from a personal point of view, when I, came out to see you guys, and as soon as I walked onto your drove onto your property, there is an immediate vibe there, and it's a great vibe. Walking in that front door, walking into the shop where I could literally have eaten off the floor. It is, as well as being welcoming. It's extremely professional and
Appreciate
clean,
that.
and it's just, you guys are doing a really great job there, and we're thrilled to have you as a partner.
We appreciate that. I know first impressions for clients and our partners is important for sure. And then equally impressed when we walked in here. This is an amazing operation.
Oh, thank you very much. There's a lot of people who put, their blood, sweat, and tears into these trailers, and yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them there.
So where can people find you? I mean, obviously you're in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If I'm going online, it's
revolutiontrailers.ca.
.ca. Okay. Do you guys have a Facebook?
Yeah. All of our social media, so Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are all Revolution Trailers MB for
MB.
Manitoba.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time today. Thanks for coming all the way out to British Columbia to see what we do here. And like I said, we're thrilled to have you as a partner. And yeah, let's
Very
move
happy to be
forward
here.
and some
Absolutely.
great things to come.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. We are very excited and we're excited to get going. I mean,
Yeah.
just chomping at it.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.